Absolutely.
I'm like a little video here. Welcome back, guys. Just showing you here real quick on daily GME volume on Webull and other brokerages, all of them naturally, is now showing 1.7 million. If you look at my previous video, it shows 2.7 million. I don't know what's going on. We've got Mellow Magic, we've got Cryptic in here. Let's try and figure out what's happening. Here's the after hours. After hours looks flat. I don't see any volume spikes, at least on Webull. What's happening?
Yeah, I don't. It's kind of weird. I like I was saying, I saw it on a few different brokerages and also like Apple's little stock where it reports the data from. I saw that it was closed out at 2.75 million, and I saw recently that it got revoked about 1 million shares. I
Revoked
read
a
somewhere.
million shares? What do you mean by that? I don't understand.
So I was reading somewhere, and now I have to find um, some more official paperwork or just official links to it or information. But I know that the SEC has some kind of power to be able to revoke shares on, revoke trades within 30 days of something like that, where they can pull back trades during. I don't know. I had to go find the actual paperwork on it, but it's pretty insane. They have some power to do stuff like that. Now it could be that they may not have the capital to be able to do it, and they got called out. I mean, there's a lot of things that could be happening with it.
Wait, so
Um,
potentially on the daily chart at 2.7 or 2.7 million, basically a million more than what we're seeing now after hours. You're saying possibly a million of those shares the SEC could be calling back because they were fraudulent or weren't there, or
they may not have the capital requirements to make the trade, but they did so
the
anyways.
capital requirements to make the trade, so they're reversing it. That's
Correct.
freaking insane. Because right now at
Yeah.
one, I noticed this when I was premiering the last video. I was premiering it and people were like, oh, the volume's changed. I'm like, what are you talking about? And in the last video I did, the volume's 2.7 million. Literally the last video, the recap video of today. And then I looked back, I'm like, oh, 1.7, that's normal. I'm like, wait. And you guys started posting stuff. I'm like, it's literally at 1.7. Yeah, they retracted a million shares traded today.
That's insane.
And
Um,
it's literally, it's in the it's in the middle of the whole S&P and the SPY trading on the lowest volume that we've seen in such a long time, so low that the freaking candlesticks look like a penny stock.
yeah, I can.
So
I mean, that makes a lot of sense, especially if it has something to do with Citadel, because them being uh, their whole purpose in the market, with especially with what they're allowed to do, is to be able to add liquidity to the market, to be able to help make bid and ask spreads smaller and able to trade. So
interesting.
it could be that because they do have that much impact on the market, they may have had some issues or something along the lines, and those trades have been revoked. But yeah,
Interesting.
that's definitely some very interesting. Yeah, for
I've
sure.
never heard about the SEC doing this. I mean, I've not been in the stock market for 50 years like Warren Buffett, but I've never heard about trades being
Gotcha.
revoked and volume changing a whole million after it's
Yeah, that's
closed. I'm gonna read through,
especially on the. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
especially when what? Sorry, go ahead.
Especially on like one of the lowest volume days, basically a third of the volume has been revoked
Right,
or just cut off. I mean, yeah, that's a significant amount. I
very
mean, it's even
significant.
just significant the amount of volume it was before those got taken back.
Yes, that's what I pointed out in my video. 2.7 million is the smallest, the least amount of volume we've had this entire
Yeah.
year since like October of last year. I'm gonna read through
Hmm.
this, just some of this Reddit post on Superstonk. Negative 1 million volume in after hours. Okay, is attached a picture from Active Trader Pro. Manipulation. Apparently, my post got. You guys aren't going to like this, but I was basically told they definitely see what I'm talking about. So basically, this post talks about how they he called Fidelity and was like, what's going on? There's 1 million shares that are missing in the trading hours. They speculated that it could be a market adjustment of some type, or trades that weren't supposed to show up. What is happening? Basically, they were saying your guess is as good as ours. These are brokerage firms, technical support. I mean, maybe they don't know a whole lot, but they know something. However, he said the department would have more answers and currently closed to give him a call tomorrow. Gave them a number. We got a number. I want to look at that other one that I think you shared it or someone shared it. Let me look. That was that one. This other post on Reddit, because this is across the board. People saw it happening. Like volume just disappeared.
Yeah.
Oh, this is just a picture. I don't.
You know, it's something else it could have been. Now I don't know. I have no idea on this, but because there's different trading pools that there are, it could have been that shares were routed through the wrong ones. I'm really not sure, because that volume does not show up on a daily basis. You won't see that volume.
Interesting.
And if that was something that was supposed to be gone through a different
like the IEX or the dark pool or something?
Yeah, like those are, they're all different ones. There's
right.
Like I think the New York Stock Exchange is one, which is obviously everybody trades on.
Right.
But like it's IEX, and then like there's so many different dark pools. I mean, I know that there's more than I can think of, but from what I understand, the way they work is that not all of them have connections to be able to sell shares to each other, but they work together almost in a web where they'll be able to trade between each other. Now, let's say that one of those got cut off, and they had to revoke those shares because they, for just out of speculation, maybe one of those got cut off due to maybe one of the members being margin called. That could be a very well
interesting.
I mean, I'm talking a lot out of my ass, but it's just these are
you're
things
speculating.
That are coming to my mind.
I'm gonna play the recap video from today where the volume on GME was still 2.7 million for the daily. I think I even mentioned I mentioned how low the volume is. Let's see, here we go. Crypto and what is going on the daily for today. The 2.7. Yep, 2.7 million is the smallest, the least amount of volume we've had on GameStop since last year. I just mentioned it. Candle, just for your hearing. I just mentioned it, 2.7 million. I show the date. I show the candlestick. I have all the evidence. If there's any evidence that's needed.
This definitely happened. And, everybody noticed.
Oh my gosh, this is crazy. I mean, I don't know where to go to from here, but I guess we're just, at this point, we're just documenting what we're seeing.
It's pretty nutty. I've never seen something like that happen. Now I've seen small like adjustments between different brokerages to match with the volume and the price, and the ending price was recently. I haven't seen it in the past too much, but recently I've noticed that certain stocks have had different closing prices, and at the end they'll match up to what it
okay. Yep.
was agreed upon.
No,
but that volume is
I accept that.
At that magnitude.
Yeah, no, I accept that. A little closing price divergence or whatever, discrepancy. But to drop 1 million shares out of the whole day, it's insane. Yeah, and I can't help but notice it in the entire stock market. Like I said, that the SPY, lots of other stockbrokers on E-Trade and maybe other brokerages, they showed normal candlesticks, but on Webull, and I just have to think that Webull, since it's probably more raw because it's some like random Chinese brokerage, they're not hiding stuff. And so I'm seeing these really strange, bizarre candlesticks that look like zero volume is going on.
Yeah.
And it's like,
the whole market
looks like a penny stock.
Yeah, everything did today. I mean, I opened it was like probably about 10 o'clock. I opened up and looked at the the overall stock market, and everything was moving just like penny stocks. It was absolutely insane.
So strange. I was watching it closely around, and I watched a live streamer during the day, a couple of them, and around, what were they saying, 11:30, 12? They were saying basically everything stopped. There was no market halt, but like everything stopped trading. So here's 11:35. The SPY, from looking back on it, doesn't look abnormal. From 12 to 12:15 looks very abnormal. But yeah, basically I heard the whole stock market kind of pause for like 4 minutes. And in that time, from like 1140. We had a huge green candle in GME on pretty good volume. But around that time, I heard that the whole stock market like wasn't trading. And I don't know if this has to do with leverage, banks going under, crypto. I don't know.
It's pretty nutty.
Something's
it's definitely
happening.
Something. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Something is freaking happening. Mellow Magic, thanks so much. I'm gonna end this video. We'll keep chatting about it. You guys sub up, like up, comment down. Happy money sticks around. We'll see you tomorrow with more shenanigans. Peace out.